Welcome, everyone, to the Hoops Hall of Fame podcast. This is Matt Lehner, and today I want to talk about pickup basketball. Pickup basketball is one of those things that can help your game or it can dramatically hurt your game. And today I will discuss the reasons why it'll hurt your game and the things you can do to make sure that it's actually a benefit to your game. Now, first I want to discuss the reasons why it's bad for your game. Now, most people who play pickup basketball are people who like to play, but they don't necessarily know how to play. They don't know how to play the right way. They might not necessarily have the skills of a high-level player if you're trying to become a high-level player. Now, full disclosure, if you're just someone who likes to play basketball for fun, or you don't take it that seriously, then ignore this message. But if you're a player who takes it seriously, you want to play college basketball, you want to play professional basketball, then you need to listen up. Now, people who play pickup basketball, a lot of them are people who A, don't know how to play, or B, don't have the skills necessary to actually challenge you. Now, if you're playing against good players, then this is different. But a lot of the time, players, when they're playing pickup basketball, they won't play that hard. They won't play the right way. It's just a lot of one-on-one shooting shots, not playing defense. And if that's the case, it's not going to help your game. So if you're playing against players who are playing this way, then you need to stop, because it's not going to help your game. It's just going to hurt your game when you get into a real competitive basketball environment. But I want to give you three specific points or topics or ways that you can use pickup basketball as a tool in your toolbox, because I look at pickup basketball as basically like another workout. It's not an actual game. It's not something that you can use it as a measuring point. Like, you go out and play and it'll tell you how you play, will tell you the things you need to work on in your training. But I look at pickup basketball more as another training modality, not necessarily a measurement like we would use in a real game for. So the three things: number one, play hard. You need to make sure you're playing hard, specifically on defense. You know, coaches are looking for players who play hard on defense, but also play good position defense. So make sure you're playing hard. Make sure you're sprinting back on defense. Make sure you're sprinting up the court on offense, putting yourself in a position to get an easy layup. And some players aren't going to like it, especially in pickup basketball, when you're playing hard. But just go out and do it. You're out here to get better. You're not out here just to joke around, have a good time, and play some basketball. You're here to improve. If you're listening to this podcast and you're listening to this topic, you're out on the court to improve. So number one, play hard. Number two, work on a specific aspect of your game, and have a plan before you play in the pickup game of something you want to work on. Now, for me, after my knee surgery, this was driving to the basket. Obviously, after a significant injury, surgery, you're more hesitant to be aggressive, to look for contact, and I'm still working on this at this point as well. But you need to have something that you're trying to work on, maybe a specific move. Maybe you want to work on your jump shot, maybe you want to work on your floater, maybe you want to work on a specific crossover move. But have something that you want to work on, specifically if you're working or you're playing against players that aren't necessarily on your level or not at the level that you're trying to get to. Then you definitely need to make sure that you're playing, looking to do maybe just one thing. For example, when I was working on trying to attack the basket, I'd basically not shoot any jump shots the whole game. So if they gave me space, normally that's a shot. I'm going to shoot it. But in this case, the players weren't necessarily the most talented, and I was trying to work on getting to the basket. So the whole game, I would just go to the basket. If they gave me 2 feet of space, I would close out the space and then attack. So you need to have a plan, have something that you're trying to work on, and actually work on that during the game. Now, obviously, when we play, like I mentioned before, we're trying to play without thinking. But I also said that pickup games are just another training method. So we will think a little more in pickup games than we will in a real game, because we're trying to work on specific things. Because again, usually for serious players, pickup basketball is just a training practice. It's not the actual competition. And number three, just make sure you're playing against good players. Like I said, if we're playing pickup basketball, we want to be challenging ourselves and actually improving. So try to find the best players you can play against and play against them and play hard. And if you're playing against players that are better than you, then you might need to use every aspect of your game. But if we're not playing against good players, like I said, just work on a specific thing, pick a move, pick a certain way you want to play, and do that, and just focus on that, and make sure you're getting the reps up when you're playing in these pickup games. So again, pickup basketball can be a tool in your toolbox to actually improve your game, or it can be something that just totally trashes everything you're trying to do and trying to achieve. So make sure you're approaching it the right way and have the right mentality when you're playing in these games. Alright, thanks for listening today to the Hoops Hall of Fame podcast. This is your host, Matt Lehner. Please subscribe on YouTube. Please follow me on Twitter. And let me know if there's any specific topics, ideas, anything you'd like to hear from me. And I'll talk to all of you again tomorrow on the Hoops Hall of Fame podcast.